Gerry, to you, I think what I've been picking up in the last little while is an observation or a concern about the impact of the People's Party of Canada. And I wanted to just discuss that with the panel a little bit. Numbers are, they're never going to form government. They may not win a seat, but could they be a spoiler in some of these tight races? Maybe your perspective in Alberta, first of all.
Well, there are a growing number of people that are interested in Maxime Bernier's party. Not a sufficient number, in my view, to be a spoiler in any of the elections here in this province. But I think they're doing better in terms of their interest compared to 2015. I think it might have been at 4 or 5%. Now it's perhaps 6 or 7%. So it isn't a movement that should be ignored, but it is difficult, I think, to identify what exactly the movement is about. So that presents a challenge to parties, whether they be conservatives or liberals or Democrats, to figure out what it is exactly that the PPC supporters are supporting. So, for example, a lot of them are dead set against vaccinations, but that is also true with a lot of members of the Green Party.
Right.
And so it'll be interesting to see whether the PPC support, who they draw most of their support from. I think the assumption is that it would be the Conservatives, but I'm not sure that's a correct assumption.
Yeah, and some of it might just be protest vote that thinks all politicians are corrupt and awful and don't normally vote. We'll see whether they vote this time. Gerry Ritz, what's the situation in Saskatchewan? Are the PPC going to be spoilers in any ridings, do you think?
I don't think the PPC will have much of a factor. We've also got the Maverick Party out here in Western Canada. Maybe a combination of the two might be close in a couple of ridings. But I think, in my area up here, the Maverick is far more, got better legs than the PPC ever will have. Neither one of them have any kind of, I hate to say it, but quality candidates that can actually form cabinet or form a government of any kind. They're protest votes. And I think you hit the nail on the head there, Tony, when you said we may have a higher voter turnout simply because people will rally behind some of these other leaders. Having said that, Joe made the point about a $1.2 trillion debt, and nobody's eyes are rolling back in their heads over that. We're a population of 37 million, and we've got that kind of debt. When I ran, we talked about too much debt for our grandkids. Now we got to worry about their grandkids' grandkids. Trudeau glibly said that he doesn't think about monetary policy. And boy, I'll tell you, that chicken's coming home to roost big time in our economy here. So that's the main issue in Saskatchewan and the parts of Alberta that I've been involved in. I've been working with some farmers in Manitoba too, and all of them are dead set against the carbon tax. There's a mixture of folks that say the science is sound on the vax or not. But at the end of the day, it's the economy and pocketbook issues. When you see inflation hitting 4.1 after July at 3.7, people start to say, my grocery cart, I'm getting stronger. I can carry out all my groceries in one trip now. It used to take me two under Harper. So, that's a line that is solid.
Just to complete the point, you were around during the days of the Reform Party of Canada, 1993 election, 1997 election. This is not the same situation with PPC in your mind? Okay.
No, it's not. Reform had a whole new slate, different policies. Love him or hate him, Preston Manning had some charisma that he drew people to him. He drew solid people. Deb Gray had been on the floor of the House since '88. Tremendous magnetic personality herself. So we had that to rally around. The rest don't. In fact, the Maverick Party, the two people that headed that up, former colleagues of Joe and mine, but neither one are running. So I'm not sure how you lead a parade when you're not even in the square.